everyone, welcome to another video in our festive food series. We have a interesting looking, I would say, trifle today. Now I don't know if everyone knows about English trifles. I did explain it in one of the other videos though, what sorts of things we might put in it. So I'm going to just colour away without too much explanation. The first layer down here, these look like biscuits. I'm going to colour them in raw umber. I don't think you can see. There we go. Now with in some trifles you use a long thin biscuit. I can't think what they call them. Finger biscuits or something? I want to say ladies' fingers, but that's what people call okra. So that's not right. I don't know. But these sort of special long thin biscuits. And sometimes they put jelly in them and mix them up so they sort of go into a weird spongy... Oh, sponge fingers? Is that what they're called? Oh, someone will know. Anyway, this is what they look like, I think. The long, sort of rounded biscuit tea. And then when it gets wet, it sort of goes all smushy. And then when the jelly sets, you get the sort of smushy stuff in the jelly. It's really, I'm explaining it brilliantly. So that's what I think they are anyway. Now our next layer is quite interesting. I'm thinking maybe I want this to be a layer of jelly. So I'm going to find a, yeah, let's do it in madder. So a very reddy pink colour. And what I'm thinking is maybe this is moulded. So these bits are deeper and these bits are outside. What I'm going to do is colour the whole thing in a light layer of madder to start with. Then I'm going to add in some darker layers to sort of try and add some shape to make it look like we've got this sort of moulded jelly. Or jello, as you say in USA. I don't know about other parts of the world, like Australia. I had a fun time once. My dad has two sisters and one lives in the USA and one lives in Australia. When my boys were younger, what I'm going to do is put a darker area around there and then just fill it in a bit like that to make it look like it's sunk in. And they sat down together and came up with a list for my boys, who were quite little at the time, of words that we say differently in different countries. So for example, I can't remember jelly. Obviously in USA you say jello, and jelly you say jam. You call jam jelly and jelly jello. But in Australia there were different. Some of the words were the same as the American and some of them were the same as the English. I was absolutely fascinated. I can't remember them all. But, you know, there are quite a lot of things that us in the UK do know. So if you use the word, if you say sidewalk, we know you mean pavement. If you say trunk, we know you mean the boot of the car. If you say, what else might you say? That's a bit different. Oh, if you say candies, we know you mean sweets. But in Australia, you call them lollies. So I learn all these things. It's fascinating. Right, next layer, thinking festive, but thinking this layer is probably cream, so let's not go festive quite yet. Let's use our cream colour to do the cream. Whoop, there we go. I assume it's called cream because of the colour, but I really don't know. It's odd and it's creamy in texture, which is different again to the colour. It's very strange. I think cream is called cream and the colour is named after the item, not the other way around. Now this bit looks like another layer of jelly. I'm going to do this in green. What colour green should we use? Let's use this one. This is the, it's quite dark actually. Should we try the chrome oxide green? It's really dark. I want to try it. You have a look. If you don't like it, use a phthalo green or something. I'm going to again do a sort of light layer. Oh, that is quite dark, isn't it? Normally, if jelly was green, it would be like trying to make an even layer. It's not working. I need to concentrate. There we go. Normally, it would be like a lime green, but I want it to look more Christmassy. Now I'm going to put a little bit of shadow between each layer, as if it's moulded. I'm just trying to even it out. It's so messy. I don't know why it's messy. Because I'm talking. I can easily talk in colour. Oh, there we go. Now on the top we've got these circles. I'm thinking let's do some silver balls, make it look a bit Christmassy. I'm going to do them quite dark because I did silver balls on a cake, on the jelly on the first one of this row, and they didn't really show up because it was quite a light colour. I'm going to go really dark. I'm going to see what difference it makes. So let's have a look. So around the outside, a couple of layers and then less as we go in. I was just being very nosy before I came in here to record. My neighbour selling her house. I went on the website to have a look at it, and yeah, it looks nice. I mean, I know what it looks like anyway because it used to be a holiday let. That is quite dark next to that dark green, but I think it's okay. And I think I'm going to continue the silver into the platter. So like I have done on this page, I'm going to start off with the easy bit. Well, as I say, every time easy bit for me, like that. Then the stem, I put a darker layer down each side. And then a bit less, sort of smush it a bit down the middle. It's got a line. I'm going to just put a dark shadow under there. You probably can't even see it. And then a line along the bottom, and try and put a bit of a bit lighter bit here, like that. Now these pieces, this little bit here, I think it's going to be dark. I'm trying to leave a lighter bit at the top, but didn't really work. Now thinking about the shape, we can see it sticks out, so I'm thinking go darker here, then lighter towards the middle, like that, and the same again, darker here, lighter towards the middle. Now, so I was being nosy at my neighbour's house for sale. But my other neighbour had a photographer outside. I don't know if she's selling as well. It would be a shame. We all get on very well. But that's not to say we won't get on well with anyone new who comes in. There's very few people that have come in that haven't got on with people. So I'm sure it'll be fine. Her house is sort of, the one that's for sale at the minute, is sort of decorated in quite an older style. So it might attract older tenants. And it's really ageist, but tend to be better behaved, I think. Right. I'm now going to put a few white dots here and there because I am dotty. Number 8. Now I'm going to put a little line on the edge of each of the silver balls, like that, and a little bit on the edge of each bit here. And yeah, I need to put it on the darker bits, because it won't show up on that light bit that looks very light pink, like that. And I'm not really on the sponge fingers, because they would be very matte, the same as the cream, which wouldn't show up very well anyway because they're quite pale. So I think we're done. So there it is, our trifle. I have to find a different name for it. Unless I called the other one something else. Maybe I didn't have a trifle yet. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see, but I'll think of a name. But thank you for watching. Hope you have a really lovely day. Tune in later for my afternoon video, little plug, little advert. And have a lovely day and happy colouring.